Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is the Rekt Esports Moba 5v5 tournament, and today we are already here with the semi-finals between Team Fusion Prime Esports versus Team Armageddon Esports. This is looking like it's going to be a really exciting match, but guys, don't worry because this is me, Mako Gaming at the caster stack, and with me is none other than the one and only Dusk. Hello, Dusk, and tell us how do you feel?
Hey, yo, guys. Nice to meet you. I hope all of you having a great day.
Mm-hmm. Well, does both of these teams looking pretty strong, like not really the top teams of India right now, but then again, they are literally the top underdogs of India currently. So I do believe we will be seeing a really good team fights. But in this meta, who do you recommend? What do you think should be the bans which should be coming in after the recent patches? Is it gonna be Kimmy? Is it gonna be the new heroes like Viases? Or is it still gonna be the old meta? We do see Lucas getting banned.
Okay, Kinney does not deserve enough hype for the amount of changes that she's gotten. But then again, Lucas, a contender that actually has stood the test of time. He still is one of the best EXP laners out there, along with the Fanny. The Fanny, I'm not gonna lie, she's been there since the season that she was released, and she's always enough competitive advantage in most games. However, the Phobius, another hero that got revamped, a really good skill set now. He is able to handle himself well in many team fights. I've seen people get savages and sustain through five versus ones with that hero.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely correct. So I feel like these are good bans coming in. We do see a lot of the sustain and regen type of tanky EXP laners getting banned from the FNSB type. But then again, Armageddon did ban the Fanny. She does deserve the ban. But will they be going for the Joy or other dive-in bans? Because there is a CO who is open this Joy. Also, I feel like Link kind of got a shadowed buff or something because of the skin, maybe. But he's been doing really well in the recent meta. Well, look at that. The Zushin, that is set ban from the red side every time.
Definitely, honestly, Zeushin being banned is no real surprise to any of us. However, I'll be honest, that leaves the Joy, that leaves the Harriet, that leaves the Sicilian, all late game potential wipers, complete and out domination heroes, and you see them completely open in the banning section. Then again, we see the Matilda, a hero that is good at engaging and also getting back away from team fights and also danger, allowing her team to get a free ticket from hell, if you ask me.
Definitely, the repositioning is sometimes crazy. So, well, they will not be getting the benefit of the guiding winds. But oh, the tsunami slam with the Kalaya has been banned as well. That's a lot of loss in the pickup potential. But speaking about pickoffs, I do feel like Joyhead has been a really viable pick because I've seen a lot of Joyheads playing recently, like with the flicker or even with the conceal, targeting the backline, going for the pickoffs. But then again, there is a Badang who is open, but oh, there is a dive coming with the joy.
Hey, that Joy is a warranted pick. That hero is mental. He goes around completely demolishing people like their actual buildings, and he's a wrecking ball. But then again, something that I'm actually kind of hoping for here is probably the Sicilian, because obviously you have the Joy completely countering the Sicilian. So Team Armageddon Esports are not going to go for that. Instead, they go for the Badang, like you said. That is a good lockdown for the Joy, who is immensely hard to catch. That hero will have a tough time, except of course if he's facing up against the Badang, maybe as the EXP or the Roma.
I mean, Badang Rome should be a viable option here, but then again, she does have a lot of mobility. She has a ton of potential, and she even gives a lockdown to, as you said, Sicilian or very immobile tower mages. Like even Eve is really susceptible to a joy. Our beats are so rhythmic and so devastating. Just as you mentioned, she can literally melt down tanks as well. But will she be getting the snowball? Because we do realize that after a few items, Parrot is gonna deal a lot of damage.
Holy Crystal being the biggest problem against the Joy on the Harriet, of course.
Who said
But
there
the
are no
Badang, the moment
shortcuts in
he's
life?
actually there
I
for the
literally
EXP
invented
turtle
one.
fight in the starting of the game, 2 minutes, I bet that he will have the advantage because obviously Joy will have to play safe. That chip, though, is kind of like the wild card here. If he actually engages, he will be able to make
Fight!
good
Fight
plays
for
with his
the
team.
ultimate
However,
answer
I
is
do not
picking.
see the potential with the Hilda on their side. Fusion Prime are cooking.
Definitely, this definitely will not be able to go with assassin because Hilda's harass is really, really strong. And then again, crank onto that chip, he is definitely going to be marking the back lanes. Like the Avengers assembled directly into the back door. So this is going to be really problematic because they do have that cross map rotation sense with the chip. Then again, a
Oh,
Valor
really?
could be a really good pick because he did get a
Everything
buff,
engulfed in
and oh, this
flames.
is gonna be really interesting. But do you really think Valor can stop a Joy because she isn't really immune to CC anymore, but she cannot be slowed down anymore?
Two biggest benefiters from this recent patch are Valir and Gord, two heroes that have been forgotten by Mobile Legends completely. And these two, Master and Student, are completely getting a rework on most of their kits, effects, and everything. So right now, Gord's passive is also pretty viable. However, the Valir's damage output, especially with the additional magic power, he will be able to do a lot of burn damage. But then again, that hero is a questionable one. We don't know how it actually fares in the current meta. However, that tip, Hilda, Joy, when they engage,
I
I'm
am
telling you, Valir is going to
vengeance
be a big problem
incarnate.
for them.
Definitely, because they are a bit of a diamond composition, but Valor is a disengage punish type hero. So all the stuns, especially
See
I feel like
value in
Hilda,
me?
she's
Your team
not gonna
has
They
have the time
should.
of her life harassing the enemy jungle as much as she would have wanted because Valor, Logi, and Lilia, these three heroes are really very hard to dive into the early. For heroes like Phobius or
The falling
Hilda,
skies
you
brought
will
us
just get
here.
bursted
Team
down
is
or
banning.
for suffering a heavy load of damage. But then again, the Novara ban coming in, she did get a buff onto her second skill, the Shaw
My mission
Shadow.
is to
But is she
protect
really
Team
lives.
ban
is
worthy?
picking.
I would say not, definitely not, because that hero only is viable if your team already has enough damage to put across on the map. However, a hero like Hylos, who could actually be a potential flex pick, something that could change to either Roam or EXP, a good ban from the side of Team Fusion Prime. However, the counter reaction for that ban, I think Team Armageddon Esports are going for that Nana pick. Do you think that's going to be viable here?
I
No,
don't think so
no,
because
definitely not.
Valor on a roam, uh, I
I
think
wouldn't bet
that
my
would be
money on
changed.
that. I would never
Yeah.
bet that.
Muscle of iron,
So
Your
bones of
team is
steel.
that
picking.
is a good pick, but in this draft, I'm not exactly sure who is he gonna target because I don't really see a immobile backlane yet. But then again, this definitely cuts off the route for Farsa or even Eve. They will not be able to go with a Tar Mage. Eudora, again, that is a little questionable. A Granger against an Harith, again,
Not
a
really
little
gonna work.
questionable.
Really, not really going to work. That Adira is kind of a situational pick. And if your enemy has maybe a Ling or Nolan or someone who can escape fast, that Adira is going to be a problem. But other than that, I don't see the
Help will
potential
find
value
a
of her
way.
being picked in
Let
that
my
I
situation.
curse
still
However, the
have
prevail
this.
Vexana
in
is
your
a very
coffin.
good pick. The Harriet against the Granger, I still question, like you mentioned. But then again, that also does leave open the hyper position for the side of Team Armageddon Esports. Suyu is open. And a few other heroes that are noteworthy would be probably what do you think would be worthy noteworthy here?
I feel like Hayabusa is viable if you want to go for the assassin, but then again, there is a Hilda
I
who is
tolerate
gonna be
no
Oh,
causing troubles
demands.
for him.
Yeah!
oh! I see that Hayabusa has used the Naruto collaboration skin. That's not allowed, is it?
No, it is because a lot of people have been doing that. I've seen that recently in tournaments. But then again, he has switched to the 11-11 Shura skin. I feel like a lot of Hayabusa skins are doing really pretty. The works are so fine. And Joy with the Exostar Scout, okay. Vexana on the Sun Empress, all of them are looking really pretty. But then again, guys, with this, we are going to be diving into the land of dawn. We will be here. This is Miko Gaming, and with me is none other than Dusk. And we will be reporting to you live whatever is happening at the Sanctum Island. So do comment and tell us which team are you supporting. So what you have to do, just comment, like the stream, and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell notification so you know whenever we are live with much more interesting matches. And with that, this is my question to you. Which draft do you feel is a bit better?
In all honesty, though, if you ask me, Armageddon Prime have the advantage in the drafting because I see all kinds of questionable choices from the side of Fusion Prime. But then again, we are in the land of dawn. The first race of light has shown in the land, and Team Armageddon Esports and Fusion Prime are challenging each other for the top glory. They will be going for the blue buff first.
Now, we do see that both of them are going in for the blue buff, so this is a weird, like, map mirror rotation. But then again, I feel like Habusa are going to gank the Granger for the first time. That does have a lot of kill potential. So, who do you think will be getting the first blood?
Granger being a hero that can actually escape most situations is not the first that may fall, but the Vixana who might actually overextend. Vang is kind of in that position where he's always almost getting caught. Look at Chip though; he is getting caught by the Valir's first skill. I don't think it's going to do enough damage or stop him from.
Okay, there's Shannon's coming in. Valor definitely has a lot of range. We do see that they are taking out the possessions. Jaws on the bot lane. She's trying to
Oh,
pull up back again. The bot shadow has been used. Doggy shadow kill is here, but not enough damage. Habos are trying to do some damage going back. Valor with the follow. That is just a disengage.
good stuff. Crank was able to escape after cranking the gears on his little time machine, and he was able to escape from that situation. However, the Hayabusa should have realized he should have marked the Vexana instead of Frank. Ryan was an easy target. He was just level 2. Not a really good decision from the side of the team Armageddon Esports. But look at that. Valir is caught. He will
Oh,
not be falling down this time. He will be able to escape with a flicker. That was a wasted resource. Could have been avoided. What do you think, Mako?
that could have been avoided, but then again, Valor definitely has a lot of sustain. He does have the CC skills, he has the damage as well. Oh, look at that. Once again, Chip going in with his stance. The Total has been popped up. Vaxana is already level 4. Valor will be catching up to her soon, but not yet. The Turtle is here. The Turtle will be starting soon. Looks like everyone is trying to take up the positions. Once again, the Deadly Casting. A bit terrified. We do see that both the teams are taking up the positions. Hilda is trying to open up the map, give us the visit. Ooh, look at that. The AOTG has been used. The first blood goes to. Oh my goodness, two kills have already been taken. Fusion Prime is not going to be doing that, but the damage from the Ghost Blast kind of gets him killed. A little of passive regen coming into Fugata Kasha. He will be surviving once again. The Dogi Shadow kill. The total has also been secured by Hayabusa. We can see that Hayabusa going for the disengage once again. Crank with a very low HP going back home. Vexana has a really good position. We also see that Granger is guarding the lane. He is doing a double lane farming. So there's definitely means he will be getting more gold than uh, Harris. But then again, is that going to be enough?
It might not be enough, but look at Chip trying to engage on the Valir. He will not be able to. Crank will have to take a back seat for now because he can't engage on anybody. As everyone from Team Armageddon Esports is in the top side of the map, except for the Badang. And I think Paul, the Valir, is quite the formidable foe for Vexana. One can't really engage without thinking twice.
Definitely. Even with the ship, they have to be careful because if Valor suddenly, a searing torrent with the flames, that's gonna cause a lot of trouble. That's gonna be
Look at that
burned
though.
from the ashen burn. Ooh, look at that. Got the Kasas here as well. Crank with shotgun. That, ooh, a lot of help coming in. The ship has been taken down with the Badang with the fist crack coming in. A good positioning. Valor getting a kill on the Joy. Granger is pretty low, but will he be surviving? There's a shadow kill, and Vixana was taken down as well. That's the scoreboard with 2-6. Oh, none for 3 trade. This is definitely going in favor of Armageddon Esports right now. The early game potential of the Hayabusa is definitely shining. But Ranger is not really a spy hero, but he needs some items. But compared to the Harrod, I feel like Harrod does a better, he tastes better like fine wine into the late game. So his AoE is going to be more detrimental against Fusion Prime as compared to Granger's damage against Armageddon. But then again, the total is gonna be here. There's a few skirmishes in the mid lane. Like a bad ship once again, trying to stun them. The damage coming in from Valor is very impressive. The fist break was also used. I think that was a little bit of the overkill. The fist break was enough, but then again, they did manage to
Oh
get the kill.
no.
The AOTG has been used. The token is secured by Hayabusa. Once again, Hayabusa trying to go in. Hilda is there. Oh, the Total God has popped. Hilda might be taken down. And yes, a double kill. Hilda was taken down as well. Look at that. Harith is here with the Saman Force taking out the mid lane. Oh,
If you look at that right now, Iso, he has around 35 to maybe 40% cooldown reduction. But look at the ultimate. The portal has been summoned. And there comes everyone. No, 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 no. And there's a Hilda who comes out of the portal, but he is forced back. He is cornered to the wall. And look at Granger trying to do some damage. Laurent is doing the damage. He will get the kill. Hilda has gotten the kill on the Badang. Will be forced back. Look at Granger in a bad position. Harrius, I think Etho is looking out for blood, but he does not want to risk it for now. Look at him taking down the objective. This is what we want to see.
definitely. Harith is playing pretty objective oriented, but then again, this does mean that Harith is not part of the team fight and Fusion Prime is already losing. The only kills they are getting right now, like the recent ones, are because of the addition of Granger, but yet Harith is to be added to the team fight equation. And once that is done, that definitely means that the tides are going to shift in favor of Armageddon once again. With all of the auto inhibitors taken out, the river control is also with Armageddon right now. So this is definitely not looking good for Fusion Prime. There is about 25 seconds left for the launch. Ooh, look at that.
Uh-oh.
The only shadow kill dealing so much damage. Granger was taken out. Chip as well. Two people have been taken out. The AOTG on the three people. Double Pepper trying to deal a lot of damage. The Rejuvenate hasn't popped up, but Hilda was taken out. Not only Hilda, but also, my goodness, Joy was taken out. The only one remaining is Vexana right now as a defense for the mid lane.
Wang really has his head in his right place. I'd be honest with you, his positioning is always on point. Look at the Vixana terrifying the Harriet and all the bullets from the Granger trying to
Ooh.
connect onto the Harriet. He will be using the demand force to escape from that situation, and that means the turtle has fallen to the side of Team Armageddon Esports.
A free total indeed, but with this man force, that was a really good escape because I thought that Turret was literally done for when they were starting to chase him. But look at that. There's also a lot of fan denial because they are gonna be stealing the buffs as well. The objective play from Armageddon Esports is really, really strong. Not only the turtles, but the turrets and the enemy farm of the jungle. Everything is being denied to them. Once again, we can see Habusa with a very good positioning. And I feel like the enemy team is kind of unaware about this. Chip trying to get some vision, trying to open up the map, but then again, Harrod gets the blue buff. Now, we definitely know that Harrod with the blue buff is pretty good. Once again, look at that tank being chased. Valor trying to engage a bit of a fist fight, but then again, there was a bit of a disengage because Habusa is trying to take onto the red buff right now.
Oh man, and I see JJ trying to do something. He's trying to looking for an opening, but he does not find one. He wants to engage, but Simon and also Saint Laurent are there in the bot lane alongside Wong because he is too far behind. He's not going to get fired on first, and that means Hayabusa has the top side open. That will be a kill. He will get the kill on the Joy.
Oh
Restless
my
will get him Restless.
god.
But look at another team fight, the bot side, on the mid side. I see Hilda trying to
Definitely
escaping with
a
not a man
bit
HP.
treacherous because look at that. The Zaman Force has popped up a lot of damage this far. The OTG on nobody, but the flickers were wasted. The flickers were baited, the Purify being used by Crank just to remove the effect of the Ashing of Valor. He did survive that because the burn could have actually killed him. But then again, the damage has been dealt. The turret will be taken down once again. Valor's damage is kind of being used as a zoning device. Hilda was forced to retreat and another turret falls down. Looks like the bottom turret doesn't have much life either. The lot is gonna be popped up, and here he is. He has gone into the land of Dawn, and both the teams definitely know that this Lord is gonna be important for both of them. So I feel like Fusion Prime will try to contest it, but will they be able to do something about it? What do you think? Which is the key player right now? Who should Fusion Prime be targeting?
They definitely have no chance. Fusion Prime have 0.001% chance of getting it, and that is a destiny. That will be a lord for the sided team, Armageddon Esports. And we see the Harriet looking in for maybe another objective in the bot side, alongside Paul, and also no one noticed.
Definitely, and he does get the turret. Once again, we can see that I'm being a little too aggressive with the first breaks. He is trying, but then again, Barang has the first break, Ranger has a Rondo. Both of them are pretty high mobility heroes, so it's really hard to lock onto them. Then again, we do see, okay, the synchro vision dealing a lot of time. Look at that terrifying coming in. Mixpan's positioning and the damaging. The shortcuts has been used, and once again, the Purify has faded out. Trying using the shortcuts and just running away from there. That is a bit of a wasted resource. The ultimate was used, the spell was used, so this does leave a little bit of a gap in the defense because only the inhibitor turrets are left. Once again, we can see the AOTG being used onto the turret that was used to zone out, and Hayabusa is coming. Okay, he just left back again. Wrestler is trying to go back. The Lord has been completely melted, but then again, the inhibitor has been taken down as well. Once
Oh,
again,
look at
Hayabusa
them.
trying to go in. Where is the shell kill? Okay, the Death Sonata dealing decent amount of damage, but then again, look at the build. He does not really have enough damage right now. And Valor, with that range of the Vengeance Flame, he is dealing definitely a lot of damage. Once again, with the electrifying beats being used just to clear up the lanes, that is a bit sad.
It kind of is at this point of the game.
Oh,
Restless. It's kind of restless.
look at
He
that!
wants
The
something. Look at
backward entry
Hayabusa
coming
though,
in. Instead,
completely
he
turns
just
it
used
around.
the
But at the top
shortcut.
side, we see Badung jumping in. He gets the kill on the Granger, who was far away from his team. I think he was a little too far away.
Bit of an off positioning, but the gameplay coming in from Crank right now. That was a Hail Mary gameplay kind of stuff. He just came from back doors, suddenly shortcuts. But then again, that really did not really result much of a turnover because Carrot is there and he is definitely going to mark onto base right now. We do see Valor is also there, so ooh, the Vengeance Flame has been used. The Eternal God has been popped up as well. They will be able to successfully defend this time around, but then again, there is 30 seconds left for the lot to pop up, and this is going to be the advanced lot for 12 minutes.
There, I think, is a very, very big gap in the gameplay that both teams are putting out right now. Armageddon Esports have the advantage that could be lost in a matter of seconds. We see that no one noticed is recall spamming, and he expects no one has noticed. Funny guy. But then we go back to Fusion Prime and their predicament. They have a chip that is too weak to actually even engage and run away, and they're at the right time. He is the problem right now. His pick was tough. That but then again, I think that he might have an opportunity. He's just not using it.
Chip definitely only does not
Oh no.
have sustain because he is on a semi build. The itemization, he's only onto the half items with a fleeting time. Now, that's definitely not sustainable, especially the amount of damage which will be dealt by Harith and Valor at this point of the time.
Definitely, because right now, Chip, he is taking too much damage. He was taken out in that team fight. He cannot engage. The semi-tank build is not the way to build a Chip, but I see a very, very potential end for this game. I think Armageddon Esports are looking in for the end.
I feel like he needed a Radiant or a Ton Up first, but then again, he is going for
Oh,
the
look at
physical
that.
gun. Look at that, the first crack coming in with the first. Oh my goodness. Chip
It's
has
down
mostly
again.
taken out, and the damage coming in onto Joy as well. She's almost melted, but she will be surviving. But then again, Granger, not very much. So, Granger was taken out. Once again, the recall spams onto the faces. The OTG being used just to zone them out. Once again, the Ogi shot. Okay, but the Lord is onto his business. The crystal will be popping and the game will be stopping. With this, the first round of the game has been given on to Armageddon Esports, guys. But don't worry, because this is a best of 5 rounds. So Fusion Prime also
Armageddon
has a lot of time.
Armageddon Esports have shown a promise, and I'm not gonna lie, that was absolutely bonkers. The Lord locking onto the base while the Armageddon team completely stand there, recalling in the opponent's face. That was beautiful from their side. We will be back though. Oh, am I right, Miko?
Definitely, like as you said, bonkers because Hayabusa and Valor. Like Valor was a good pick, I do agree, but then again, he sustained zero deaths. Even Hayabusa like 708 and 6010, like zero deaths. That is like crazy against a Granger and a Joy composition because the heroes were not really that bad. But then again, I did say that Hayabusa was a definitely good pick, and even against a Hilda, they did really well. I feel like on the strategy basis, not only the draw, both the teams have to think about some stuff, especially Fusion Prime. But while they be strategizing, guys, don't worry. We will be taking a short break and we'll be bringing back much more entertainment to you right soon.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, bots holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genj, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the nights. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, bots holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we roll back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, bots holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we roll back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, bots holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Genji, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the gank, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. It's the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry.
Welcome back, guys, to the Rekt Esports semifinals Prime Fusion Prime versus Armageddon Esport. I'm Excel, your boy, and I have a co-caster here with Dusty on the board. So, how are you, Dusty?
Hey guys, what's up? I hope all of you having a great day. Axel, I hope you have a great day too. But we are back in the we are back into the drafting phase, Axel. I see a lot of
What's your command?
possibilities, but I will say with definite that Fanny is going to get banned. Of course, it's going to get banned.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, Fanny is one of the most what can you say the cable hero that can initiate fights and be a plex hero picks up all the time. And Luke
Definitely,
goes for
and that
ban
hero,
Kalia. Yes, absolutely.
Kalia, is such a pain. That hero can just take you out of the equation in a matter of seconds. Team fight will not be a thing anymore. That an absolute wild card jump in and takes the person, kidnaps them, better than show and say good any day. But again, esports.
No one can escape my iron
Your
fist.
team is banning.
Oh, they ban Badang and Pobi is right in the other hand, and that's it for the metas. I guess they're gonna ban out the real metas that will be a problem for the team. So yeah, it's quite a system and plex heroes to go with to the ban, and it's correct to ban them. And here goes the third ban from Fusion Prime. What's it gonna be,
And a cute
Dusty?
burn from their side. I definitely see the Badang being a very, very strong presence during most team fights, even with the ranges reduced in all of his skills, I'd say, except for maybe the ultimate. I'd be honest with you, the Badang and the Matilda, very, very
Is
dominant
banning.
forces, but that Joy is another problem that you don't want to talk about.
Absolutely, because it electrify everything and melt down the heroes that are in the way, and it's a very like a like a good pick, and
The
it can
backline is
escape
not
any
safe at all.
coordinates. Oh
Against the
yes, of
Joy, the
course.
backline is not safe at
Butterflies
all.
born
You're
by thy
absolutely right.
Your
wish.
But
team
then again, the
Hmm.
banned.
Zeus Shin too. What are
Follows
your
your
thoughts on Zeus
flight.
Shin being banned? Very obvious, isn't it?
Yes, obviously, Suzuki is one of the most mates that is interrupt for the heroes, and mostly it does not do anything, but it does do a lot of things to the crowd controls.
Let's
And
fight
here
for our
goes the
heart's
first pick.
content.
That
Your
is
team
Lucas.
is picking.
Yes, it is one of the main heroes of all the time in the meta. It's a
Always on the
beast.
way.
He's not just an beast, he's the sacred beast. Charlie Brown going for that Lucas in the jungle side. I like to see it. However, he needs a lot of presence in the front lines because he is not somebody that can tank a lot of
Heading to
damage. He
my
will die
light.
pretty fast without
Your
vengeance.
team is
But in the
picking.
side of Team Fusion Prime, they go for the Matilda and also the Harriet, two heroes that were left open from the side of Team Armageddon Esports. Not something that you want to give, but I say the Harriet and the Matilda, a very, very strong combo.
A very strong combo because yeah, both they are deals a lot of damage. And for me, I mean that Matilda doesn't deal a damage, but it poke a lot of all the times. Here goes there. I think they're gonna pick a direct pick from Fusion Prime or not. Maybe let's see
Let's
about
make the
that. Oh,
whole world
Chlorine, that's
green and
interesting.
lively.
Pick from a Fusion Prime. The Chlorine is one of the healers that gives many satisfactions to give an alternative fight for the team fight.
Yes, but last match, I say JJ completely got devastated. No, I say Crank got devastated by JJ, JJ being the Florin. And I see that both of them are going for a support based team lineup. And that is kind of surprising. The moment Crank goes for that Matilda, JJ just jumps in and gets the Florin. That also means the ultimate from the Florin will
My
keep Lucas
mission
alive
is to
and he will
protect
be able to
Your
lives.
team
engage
is
a
banning.
lot more often than he needs to. Get no one noticed. He is going to go for the EXP lane and Simon is also going to be good the EXP side. I say both of
I
these
am
heroes not so much of
Your
a flex
vengeance
team is
anymore,
divine.
but
banning.
that means Team Fusion Prime get the first ban in the second banning phase. Moskov out of the picture.
Yes, of course, they drawn out the Moscow, and because the Moscow is quite a crit damage marksman of all the man marksmen in the land of gold lanes. So yeah, it's a nice from of a Moscow by the red team. And probably, I think they're gonna go with Prison Prime. Gonna go with the combo with Lucas covering up with Chlorine behind because the Chlorine with that heal that can manage to make like unexpected
Big impact
healings
for
to
the
the.
game.
Yep, yep.
Dude, can I be honest with you? Right now, I see Fusion Prime banning both the marksmen, both Ranger and Moskov, both amazing heroes in the gold lane. But that means Team Armageddon Esports, they have to pick the gold lane and they have a few, very few options. I'd say Melissa could survive against the Harriet or maybe the Hylos. However, that is also, again, a situational pick. They
Your
go for the
team is
Sicilian ban.
picking.
Not a bad choice because right now, mid lane is still not taken from the side of Team Fusion Prime.
Absolutely. And there will be a lot of texts to think about that, and they will pick something that could be finding themselves to keep them blown out of those coming out from damage from those red teams.
Definitely. They have the hyper pick open. Do you think any possible Hayabusa from the side of Team Fusion Prime is a possibility?
Yeah, I think they're gonna pick Suyo because Suyo is open right now, and if they have a choice, then it would be a Suyo. Although no,
Oh,
they
it's
are
good.
going on a mage.
Hayback.
Farsa,
Your team is picking.
Dude, I'm
the
telling you,
alternative
Fasa is
mage.
such a dangerous
I
force.
endure the pain. I
Absolutely.
harness it.
Juan going on the faster while Paul goes for that Valentina. I'd say that Valentina is probably going to copy either the ultimate from the Matilda or the Foster's ultimate, providing a lot of presence for her team. However, the goal lane is still open. Melissa is still open, but they choose maybe the carry to handle the highlights. Or maybe the Claude. That works too.
Yes, that works too. Claude is a Claude, yeah. Marksman as a marksman can yeah, but still the 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 capabilities of the prime fusion is good, and I can see that they
They
ready to
do go
pick
for
the
the Hayabusa.
Hayabusa as you said. Yes, absolutely.
Not surprising though, because first match I'd say the Hayabusa was not that dominant throughout the game. Now I think redemption might be a cause because Hayabusa has been picked again, and against him it's going to be I mean Lucas on the side of Team Armageddon Esports.
Absolutely. Lucas will be a problem in the early mates as Hayabusa is also one of the most good hypers, but in the early damage, Lucas is the one main thing that can be turned into a beast and wreck it all the teammates.
Definitely, and
And
Hayabusa
yes,
not.
also with
Hayabusa not having a stun like Lucas means that he will be susceptible to all the CC while the turtle fight is going on. I'd say Lucas has the upper hand, but his team is nothing short of glorious. Hayabusa and Team Fusion Prime have a good lineup. However, they are completely countered. They're heavily countered by the side of Team Armageddon Esports. And that, with that said, we are in the line of Dawn, guys. Charlie Brown versus Restless. Who do you think is going to win the jungle gap?
getting picked by all of them, and I see most of them. I see the team members gonna make out something that would be incredible all to watch.
Oh, definitely. And in the mid side, we already see damage being accumulated. Florin and Boss are taking a ton of damage, as well as Paul, JJ, and Wang all trying to engage. Florin, though, JJ using the heals very efficiently,
Yes.
making sure his team is pretty safe. And look at the top side. I see Gato and Hylos. They are hesitant to engage on each other, but unlike the mid lane, it's surprisingly soothing to see the EXP lanes are calm.
I think EXP would be it will be an advantage for Gato Katsa because the most of the teammates come from Gato Katsa as it is mostly a fighter, and I think as probably for high lows it will be not that damage, but still it will give tankiness for the team. And
Definitely
absolutely,
will, and we see the dark side of the map. Etho against Saint Laurent. I'm gonna be honest with you. Etho has the upper hand. He will be able to dodge all of the skill shots carriers, the first skill and maybe the second skill. But that doesn't mean that Lucas is not there. Charlie Brown doing his job, making sure the gold laner is safe.
and that JJ will be dangerous if he got a plus of Oasis that is a healing defense for the teams, and it will be helpful in any circumstances coming out from the damage from that the other team.
Definitely. As Fusion Prime and also Armageddon Esports ready themselves for the first turtle of the match. I see that in the mid side, no one noticed, and also Valentina, Paul trying to get that level 4 before the team fight, allowing JJ in the top side to clear the top lane and making sure he gets level 4 too. But that being said, Team Fusion Prime have the advantage in the turtle fight.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't think that the advantage goes because both team has a good picks, and right now they are engaging.
Engaging. Look at Hayabusa trying to go in for a kill. An ultimate from no one noticed. Going no one noticed that ultimate being failed. How Lucas though gets down on one person while he goes for the turtle. And also Ito gets the kill on the far side and the mid side. I say that this team fight was for the side of Team Armageddon Esports. Again, they keep going with the domination.
Yes. I just tried coming up from Valentina that copy of the first that is quite a good advantage in turtle taking, and yeah, they have and taken the turtle, and it has been a successful, and they got the blue bob right now. Absolutely, goal for Fusion Prime.
Man, Fusion Prime are losing in on the trades. They are losing most of the fights and also every objective out of their dead. Not gonna lie, right now Restless might be slightly too restless. He's lost the first match and he needs to have his redemption arc sooner or later because if he doesn't, his team is going to go back into the
Yes.
dumps. However, look at Matilda trying to look in full vision. Crank doing what his team needs the most, and he is taking a lot of damage. Paul doing whatever it takes. Here comes the ultimate from the faster Wang, zoning out everyone on the bot side, giving vision for his team, allowing St. Laurent to take a back step so he does not get taken out.
Yeah, yes, we can see the Hayabusa is coming down to take down the blue bob, or not. I think he's going for the creeps to get a gold more because he didn't get the turtle. And here goes in the middle lane. There is a engaging fight, but still they are,
I don't
yes, absolutely
think
recruiting back.
more I'd say more rather top is the one that's in pressure because both Hylos and Hayabusa try to look in for maybe the gold in the top side tower. And that will also mean look at the bot side. We see Wang engage onto that Claude Ito taking a buttload of damage from the Matilda and also the Varsta. But look at the Claude's ultimate doing enough damage to take down the Matilda before he has the chance to engage JJ stunning Saint Laurent so he cannot continue his onslaught. I say that team fight again went to the side of Team Armageddon Esports.
They going on for the without they have the covering up for the goal lane, but still they didn't got the cloud, and he was lucky enough, and he got the kills, and then the yeah, there was so much pressure going on for, but still he absolutely going on with the fight.
That was horrible, Axel. I tell you, that team fight was so bad. Charlie Brown was taken down, and that is one thing that you don't want your team actually having in this state of the game. Because right now in the boss side, also they seem to be losing. Fusion Prime losing in on members. They also lose the Matilda Crank going down before the team fight goes out into the picture. Restless from the top side, he's looking in for pushes. And I see JJ trying to get in the stun on Simon. Simon gets a little too low, forced back with the recall coming in. And I see a possibility of bot side tier 1 taking down. Oh, look at that. The ultimate from the Gato catcher. Catching out that Harriet before he has a chance to escape. Etho doing the finishing blow, taking down the kill on Harriet. And top side, though, Hayabusa restlessly gets the tower and is making the mid side a little too vulnerable.
Yeah, the goal lead is coming down to a cloud because the Harry has been they taken down. Oh, the mid lane is going on continuously.
No man, Hylos is engaged. Axel, that was a bad engage from the side of Team Fusion Prime.
Absolutely, and they should be careful about these things and better lucks for late game. And is trying to Hypus is trying to engage. He says
All
that was
restless
quite
kill.
yes. I think that probably they are cleaning out the lands as fast as they possibly could and getting the goal and not giving. Oh my god.
Of the team fight, we see that no one noticed gets taken out first because they noticed him first. Here comes the AOG, but that will not be enough. He will not catch everyone. He will be taken out. Lucas coming in, and that means Charlie Brown is looking at kills. He will get one kill. That is St. Laurent out of the picture as the next turtle. He also gets Wang. He gets Wang out of nowhere. Lucas doing all the carrying for his team. Etho also doing a bit of damage, but I say Lucas is the one who is engaging in most of the most amazing good team fights that's happening right now. Oh. Taking the full force of Restless's ultimate and still survives with the Florence ultimate JJ in the nick of time.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you can see that Hayabusa has pushed up the top lane and the bottom lane has been pushed, and now the both lanes has been pushed down, so there might be a quite team fight going on right now, but the mid lane is still off. Okay.
Oh man, that was safe. That was good. That was safe for the side of Team Armageddon Esports. They are not losing people. Axel, do you think it's a good decision from their side to play safe? I spoke too soon. Saint Laurent getting taken down by Etho, the Samurai from Japan, are doing enough for his team. They engage on the mid side, though. That means Frank, Simon have to make sure their backlines are safe. That glorious pathway from the Valentina, and that completely shuts down everyone from the side of Team Fusion Prime. They will be forced back. They will not take a loss. They will not die, but they will not be able to win this.
They're
Another
not
team
letting
fight,
them
and
to.
we see Matilda.
Yes.
Frank engaging in. There comes Hayabusa Restless doing damage, but that's not gonna do anything to Gatot Kata.
Yes. Even the Matilda cannot do anything about this matter of damage coming out from the Fusion Prime.
Definitely can't. At this point in the match, there is only one chance for Team Armageddon Esports to completely wipe them out. They have to put the pressure on. They have to make sure Fusion Prime have no chance. There goes Etho back to the spawn as Restless and Wang make sure he is the name on the list tonight.
Might be targeting for the gold lane because the gold lane them because the damage coming out from the cloud is giving them so much pressure. Now they are panicking to take a lord, but still Fusion Prime is not giving them the opportunity to take a lord. They are going in.
Oh no. We see the killing spree. Harriet getting taken down. Ron being the next target of Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown looking in for another target. He is going to go for the Lord instead, making sure his team has secured the most important objective of this game. Wang trying to get in vision for his team, but not enough. That will not be enough for him to sustain. Blood though, Iso, another target taken down. Restless is too restless, and look at that, another team fight has emerged out of nowhere because both teams are restless for the victory. Lucas gets the first lord of the match, Charlie Brown, and carrying his team.
Armageddon Esports is doing such a well play in the game, and right now, yeah, they're taking the lord, and it will be the advantage of growing up the gold. And now they are not gonna able to start anything without the teams. Actually, they need to back a goal. They need to take a defense for their team fight
I am
because yeah, Armageddon Esport is having the advantage of the damage right now.
I completely agree. Armageddon Esports have the advantage in terms of numbers and also in terms of their towers because the Lord is marching in on the mid lane. That means the Holy Blast will not be able to save the day for long enough because the next wave, the next enhanced wave, will be the they feel safe for the side of Team Fusion Prime, I say.
Yeah, and I might think that will they able to take down the Armageddon Esport out, or will they gonna keep up? That depends on the team fight that goes in the team fight.
Oh my god. A team fight has emerged, and we see Lucas getting taken out by Hayabusa, and also no one noticed. Again, taken out, he was noticed. He will not be safe today. Look at Hayabusa restlessly going in for the kill. Paul, not a target. He will be able to escape. And we see Hayabusa. No, we see Wang actually taking on Etho. I say both of these names sound very, very Chinese to me. That's a very, like, accurate description of the Chinese heritage. Wang and Etho.
Power of Wang coming out, and they should definitely know that the Fusion Prime will not give up, will not give and give back everything they could, and yeah, and also with Armageddon Esport.
Oh, they can, but Etho taking a full blow from Hayabusa. Fusion Prime have gotten the advantage. The marksman from the side of Team Armageddon Esports taken out. And Matilda allowing safe exit for Hayabusa. Mid lane tier 1 taken out. And I see Saint Laurent doing a lot for his team. Restless trying to disengage. Fastest ultimate comes in after to save the day and allows Restless to escape. But Lucas, Charlie Brown, target locked to Fasa. But Wong was able to escape.
Yes, the rush from Armageddon Esport get the advantage for the Fusion Prime to get them kill off the teammates, and yep, they got the goal. They got going in. They're doing well because of that one mistakes.
Definitely are. Charlie Brown, although he is going to use the Winter Crown, forced out by Hayabusa Restless, doing enough to actually allow his team to re-engage on the Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown is sadly going down. He is taken down and will be sent back to the base. Free ticket, no charges whatsoever.
Yes, absolutely. The damage coming out from Hayabusa is
Right?
intensively very, yeah, massive, and the predators are coming in.
Oh my god, the fastest ultimate doing so much for his team. Crank, I almost thought was dead. Here comes the revitalized from the side of team Armageddon Esports. No one noticed. Will be taken out again, and he will be noticed again and again and again. Vasa trying to target lock Paul, but he might be in trouble. Look at the top side. The Fusion Prime finally got some advantage. No numbers lost from this side. They will be able to take down the Lord in this.
Yes, they are putting all out. Frankly, they are putting all out, and yes, Abusing Prime, they are getting back on their feet to get back what they deserve. And right now, they have to do something. Armageddon Esport had to do something because the goal lead, if they got the goal lead, the Abusing Prime may get their victory against Armageddon Esports, and they might be careful about
That
that.
would be That will be a surprise to me too, because I expected Armageddon Esports to win this already, but they have not, and Fusion Prime have the advantage all of a sudden now. They have the Lord marching in on the top side, and I see Team Armageddon Esports making mistakes. They get the feathered airstrike from the faster. I think Paul is onto something. Do you think he'll cook something good enough so his team will get the victory?
But I'm still searching for that answers, and yep, that they are trying to get in, they're trying to get that, and maybe absolutely they're going
I
in,
see.
no chance coming for Hayabusas.
Hayabusa's ultimate not enough to do damage to the Gatot Kacha. Etho is, I think, doing enough. He will force back the Hayabusa. Etho is kind of strong right now, but from the ultimate of not a Valentina, faster, the feathered airstrike, he will force Charlie Brown into engaging and will get the kill. St. Laurent taken out, taking the kill on the Claude, and I see Hylos getting taken out. Team Armageddon Esports have gotten the advantage again. Here comes the ultimate from the Hayabusa. Will his second skill save him? It might just save him. He will be able to escape with the immortality. And I see Crank trying to give him some consolation prize with the second skill. He just walks right onto Crank as the
Yeah,
fellowship.
yeah. Well, this is working well for the teams as there was one member who's going to die, but still, the Plurine ultis have the teammates from getting it from the serve Hayabusa skills come out from the that blade. Oh my god!
Oh man,
And right now they're trying to
I
pick
say
out.
to you,
Yes, yes, yes.
okay, but I say to you, right now, if gets taken again, it will be a problem for his team. Ito is getting the full force of a Hayabusa's ultimate every single time, and Restless is trying to make sure Ito is out of the picture before any team fight. That is taking severe losses for their damage output for the side of Team Armageddon Esports. And I see another team fight engaging. Here comes the ultimate from the Hylos and also the Farsa. But look at that, Claude's ultimate takes down the Farsa, and I think the Claude Trinity build will do enough damage for Hylos to escape. Look at the ultimate from the Gator Coucher catching two people. But he also uses his second skill to catch that Matilda. There goes the Harriet back to base. Law gets the kill. Valentina on the Matilda. Gets the double kill on the Hylos. And Valentina might just get the triple. The immortality being used up. And also I see the Winter Crown. But that will not be enough. Unstoppable for the Claude. And that will be a wrap for this game.
What are the odds coming out from the Fusion Prime? And still they didn't get a chance to defeat them. And but they tried, and yep,
Oh,
the Armageddon Esport won their success. It was a
definitely
good
did.
game.
And all the amount. It was
Yeah.
definitely a good game. The amount of winter crowns that were just used in the last few frames of this game were amazing. I'd say to you that I say it was a fun game. I completely agree with you.
On their peak and getting back then, and yeah, it was like a stone paper scissors game, but still It's wonderful, and they have made their own way of building up their stages. So, what do you think about this game? Does
If that game went to the side of Team Fusion Prime, I'd say that game almost was won by them. However, there was a big gap in how they played the game and that momentum they carried. Armageddon Esports got the win. It was tough to actually see Fusion Prime lose after putting up such a good performance, but that is the fate of the game that you play in the most hardest levels of gameplay in India.
yes. And victory goes for for a Fusion Prime, and there goes there goes Armageddon Esport, and we'll be back seeing you guys with another game. Hop around. See you in the next game.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide, cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mid's under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the gank, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends, rise up. Legends, strike hard. Legends, never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. Just the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the semifinals of the India Moba Cup. As we pick up from last time, the match stands between Armageddon Esports and Fusion Prime. Current score is 2-0 in favor of Armageddon Prime. Casting with me today is Balduru. Over to you, Balduru.
Thank you for the introduction, Monarch. We're back in action, and it is not a fun situation to be on the losing side right now. They need to get these, they need to secure a win and they need it fast. Otherwise, their opponents will be getting that match point, and that's the last thing you want to do. You've advanced this far, and you do not want to give it up. After progressing so far in this tournament. And with that said, the draft is underway. The game has begun.
Let's
Fusion
fight
Prime
for
with
our
the
hearts
first
content.
ban takes out
Is
Lucas
banning.
instantly.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
What's your command?
And
Your
on
team
the
is banning.
other side comes Ellie being banned.
And yep, they've taken out the Fanny. Wang is the one who has to decide the tempo right now of the bands. Fusion Prime, right now, since they have that tempo with
First
them, they're
team
gonna
is
be,
banning.
sticking to what they know best. They're gonna take out these fighters. They're gonna reduce the options that Armageddon has on the engages. So with that, the Badang and his Blast Iron Fist will not be available this game for either side to pick up.
That's all good insights. But those two are not the only legends in their classes. I'm unfamiliar with this team, so for all you know, they might pull out something out of a hat which we
Always
could
on the
never see
way.
coming.
Your team is banning.
Definitely. And with that, the Matilda is who gets taken out right now. You have a few more options left to be played up for now. Uh, since it's going to be the last two bands left, there are still a lot of options open. The Suyo is out, the Joy is there, Hayabusa, Hanzo, Irithil. Basically, it's completely dependent
Where
upon
there is
what
light,
Fusion Prime wants to
there are
prioritize
also
and what they want to
shadows.
build around. But they do choose to ban out the Luo E. The target ban will still be there. They want to avoid any kind of setup heroes, clump heroes, and teams heroes that sync really well with what Armageddon's playstyle is.
So, what I'm hearing is this match could go either way. However, teams are certainly trying to make sure that nobody gets corralled anywhere.
Hmm. So far the game has in terms of the draft, I guess there's not much to be really not much to really be seen yet. We'll have to see what the first picks that come out of either team.
Butterflies
Uh,
born by
I
my
think we
wish.
might be
Guided
seeing
by
something like a
lantern's light.
Farsa pickup, maybe on the second response from the side of Fusion Prime, looking at the way they've been drafting. But we have to see how Wang and team try to pick up.
My
That
tail's been
does
itching for a
appear.
real fight.
Oh, but the first pick is Kayla.
Your Kalia has been picked up, and I think that's a pretty big resource that has been picked up from the side of Fusion Prime. They have a strong pickup for themselves, and now we'll have to see what Armageddon responds. They do have a lot to respond with. They do pick up the Phoebus, who's a great response to multiple junglers in the current meta. Phoebus always has a good response to the Hayabusa, does great
Mm-hmm.
against the Joy too. So you're kind of forcing them onto a Hanzo or a Hayabusa pick. And since you know that it's predictable, you can
See
have a little
value in
easier time
me?
around them.
Your team is
You
picking.
should.
And pairing that with Fredrin. That's interesting. Now, to check response from, yeah, to check the response from Armageddon. Sorry. Uh-huh.
Season plan.
Yep. So,
Yep. So yeah, there is the Lilia that's going to be hovered over by Wang. One of his, he likes playing these kind
Let's
of
hear it
comps, and
again.
Lilia is a great
Make some
response. But
noise for
before
yours
picking up the
truly.
Lilia, they don't want to be baited out by a Farsa pick, which is still very much on the table. They opt to play safe, take a decent laning option in the EXP
Your
lane with
team
the
is picking.
CC, and they completed it with the mage pick in the name of Farsa. Sorry, in the name of Valir. And Valir right now, since his revamp has been performing very well in the competitive scene, with his revamp damage, he is doing a lot better. So yeah,
uh-huh.
let us look at how they're gonna do right now. The Fred is gonna get counted. He's gonna get CC'd. The Phoveus will also get interrupted. But surprisingly, J444N, he is looking at a John. Very surprising. I don't think he's gonna actually pick it up. He's probably
I
waiting for a
am
swap. And there it
Your
is.
vengeance
It
team is
is the
incarnate.
banning.
Moscow, the SOD will be present, a lurking threat on the land of Dawn.
Mm-hmm. So Ito picks up Moscow. And
Trust. Alpha is
Your
oh
online.
team is
yeah, Alpha
banning.
gets banned.
Armageddon is gonna draft for something like a Matilda. And yep, there we see the Farsa, which is the counter I was talking about, gets banned out instantly by the side of Fusion Prime. And I'm thinking
Hmm.
he might take out a Florin probably.
True.
A Florida or a
Not much
Matilda.
thought went. Didn't need to think much about that ban at all. Uh, Now, what is Restless trying to deprive his enemy team or trying to deprive the opponents of, or possibly himself? Let's
Only
see.
love and
And
night
Your
Sicilian
are
goes
team
out
is
the
everlasting.
leading.
window. Savak is picking.
And yep, Paul is the one who has to get his next pickup. The Hayabusa, yep, a predictable ban coming up. Uh, that was taken out. I was kind of surprised as to why they did not pick up the Farsa or Cecilion earlier, because
Your
the
team
Moscow
is
is not
picking.
something you really have to prioritize with. You could have also picked up the Irithil, but that is the decision Armageddon is going to lock in on. And to complete their to complete the second half of their
I've
mid
been
trio,
waiting for too long.
second, third actually, is the
Hmm.
Novaria, who is gonna be present. And with her astral, with her meteor, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for Valir and Wang on that Valir to be as aggressive as he would like. But if Saint Laurent and Restless have completed the draft, we're gonna be seeing the Bakshia finally. It is going to be exciting to see how the Bakshia is going to play out. Both the tank jungles are back in the meta, but yes, it is the Florin that they're hovering over. She is still very much open, but the decision is
Let's make
whether
the whole
they're
world
gonna go for the
green,
Matilda or
Hermione.
Florin. But it has been answered with the Florin on the Roamer, and with that, the draft is complete. Monarch, whose draft do you think is gonna do better in that first turtle secure?
I firmly maintain it is not the hero that you pick, but the person who plays who decides the match. However, that specific question being asked, I believe Armageddon Esports has a very good hunt down for that first turtle. I may be wrong, but let's find out.
And with that, we will be heading into the land of Dawn shortly. This is a deciding game for the side of, for one of these teams. They will want that win as soon as possible. And the other desperate to, maintain this situation with just a 2-0 and probably make it 2-1. Because if not, it might be GG well played for their side.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As you said, it's taking really long to load in though. Wonder why. Ah, found out why.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Yep,
And
the
as
game has begun.
as we descend onto the
Five
map,
seconds
both
till the
teams rolling
enemy
out.
reaches the
Let's see who
battlefield.
takes contact
Smash them.
first. Somebody has to hit a turret.
Ultimate deployed.
And there it is. The game has begun. Both sides are going to start off with their respective buffs, getting the leech from their teammates. Kalia trying to, provide the vision on the blue side. Does not want to get poked out. And looking at the emblems, I think so far it's pretty standard from both sides. You have the concussive blast coming in by the Bakshia, who tries to prioritize HP. Fred is going for the impure rage instead. Usually we in the current patch we're seeing Freds with the temporal rain or concussive blast. But yes, this is a new change. Is there a possible invade, or are they just trying to lurk and cause vision?
Hmm. Could be either of those two. However, for now, it seems to be more of a vision thing. That being said, with two brawls going on in all three lanes, the flow of this match could change very quickly. So far, team seems to be evenly matched. Saint might have a hint of what he is stepping into, seeing how he is keeping himself hidden with three players right outside his front door. And on the other, completely other side of the map, we have Simon fighting against Noticed.
And I think both teams, since they're not gonna really have a strong early game, apart from the EXP laners having any impact, they're gonna wait for that first turtle. But zoning is the name of the game. Fred tries to land a taunt, does not get it on time, and with that, that
Mhm,
skirmish ends just as soon as it begun. The turtle is up. Both the sides trying to just get their buffs first before they get to the game.
mhm. Of course, baby steps, as with everything else in life. Simon and Wang not okay. Savak had noticed had a good hiding spot, but Savak decided to try for a shot. The shot connected, but let's see how it goes from here.
And there is the engage, the Phobius diving in. There is the Appraiser's Wrath is not going to connect. Charlie has to back off with really low HP. The zone has been completed. The Phobius is still fighting, gets knocked up, dives back in with the fight. The damage is there. The vengeance gets used up. There is the retribution, but it does not land as Novaria is the one who secures it. This Phobius fighting 5 people by himself does his job, prevents the side of Fusion Prime from getting the objective and secures it for themselves as Novaria picks up another kill onto the Kalia and the Bakshia. This is a big win from the side of side of Armageddon Esports as they're doing a really great job.
Mm-hmm. That they are. With the turtle down, Savak decides to respawn at base to charge up on mana. That being said, brilliant use of utility there. Something which you don't often see is alright is Novaria usually jumping into brawls without any backup.
Yup, and I guess that's the confidence that you get from having a Florin around you when she's there to bail you out with the blessing. And once she actually does get her flask of the Oasis, that heal is going to be even crazier, along with the favor that she will unlock on that roam. But right now, Kalia gets poked down to half HP before she can actually open vision on that bush. But she's achieved that option anyway. She knows the 3 people there. She does pop an ult, does not catch the Novaria at that time, gets her, but Noah is gonna flick back to safety. Valir is the one getting poked out, gets taunted. Is the Appraiser's Wrath gonna land in time? Will it be enough? There it is, the dive in, no one noticed, has to be noticeable with the way he's jumping in, being an absolute threat as Simon, his opponent in the lane, will fall. Scoreboard 1-3 in the favor of Armageddon.
I was wondering, did no one notice or did stuff happen so fast no one had time to react? That being said, both teams need to head at the top of the map. But the turtle, which is spawning in 3 more seconds, is on the other end. Both teams race while trying to ensure the other team does not get there first. That being said, Armageddon Esports seems to be coming out on top in this engagement as well, having surrounded the turtle and slowly chunking it down. Crank down there watching, helpless to do anything, or is he? With his team
Really interesting
behind him?
retribution coming in. They dive back in with the fight. CC with the yo-yo blitz is going to land the Appraiser's Wrath connecting onto 3, but the damage is not enough as Crank gets the kill onto the Fred Rim. And with that, Fusion Prime back on the scoreboard. The scoreboard is 3-3 and 2 people down. Both the frontliners have fallen down. And this time, it is going to be the side of Fusion Prime, their EXP laner, and Baksha who get the kill onto their opposing laners. And I think this is a trade that is going back and forth. Oh, beautiful flicker play coming in back earlier. The CC Emu is going to be used up. The Purify is baited. And as we speak, the Flower of Hope will evolve, landing onto the Moscow.
That being said, did you catch who got the second turtle? Because I did not in all that commotion.
Oh, it was the Baksha. Baksha got the steal.
Aha, good to know.
And
That
yeah,
being-
man.
Mm-hmm.
What does either team need to, like, who's the win condition for both these teams? Like, who do they have to play around?
That's a very good question. Both teams have versatile characters with decent laning. However, so far as I'm seeing, both of them have a very good sense of when to group up as well. You don't see anyone jumping into a fight unsupported. Even if it appears that somebody is unsupported, backup is not usually far behind. The victory might just be decided in 2 consecutive engagements. One
There
to take
is
out
the
player.
dive. The Buster is gonna dive in into the action. There uses the retribution, is gonna get used up. Fred has nowhere to go. Chipped down by the light wheels of carry. The stunts are still underway. Kalia brings Florin back into the depths of despair as she will be sent back onto to the Aether Crystal to respawn. The turtle up in 10 seconds, and Armageddon need to regroup and get that comeback as soon as possible because it looks like the beginning of a snowball is underway and Fusion Prime is riding that wave.
So it would seem. Yeah, Saint and Restless again on the turtle. This time with little opposition from the other team, and Restless gets that turtle.
Once again, they pick up the pick off onto Novaria. She is struggling to stay alive right now. Look at the amount of CC. Fred not even getting to use his taunt, not able to dash out or drop the Appraiser's Wrath. Will fall once again, and looks like that Bakshia pickup, that natural Dom Ice and damage reduction is going so well. But another setup coming in by the Kalia, allowing Carry to pick up the killing spree, is going to turn this game on its head again and again in favor of Fusion Prime. Ito trying to be a menace, doing his best to contribute to these fights. He does not have the farm to be effective in the fights just yet, and makes his presence known across the map, and cutting down those turrets.
Yep. Speaking of turrets, blue team seems to have lost two of its turrets on the top lane in the middle of all the commotion. Red team has lost one turret in the bottom lane with the top and one in the top. However, the last standing turret also does not seem to be too healthy. That being
Okay.
said, this fight seems to be majorly in favor of Armageddon as of now. With
There is a setup from Kalia once again. The taunt is not enough to keep him alive, but look at the damage from Ito. Bakshia is still gonna dive in. He's gonna be stuck, forced to purify, or he's not gonna survive that, as Crank will shut down the ambitions of this spear demon. And with that, the scoreboard 10-3. Walk us through the items, Monarch.
that's a very good question. If I knew all of the names, I'll try my best. So starting off, Crank has tough boots, dreadnought armor, vitality crystal, fleeting time, and magic resist cloak. All in all, a decent defense and speed build. On the flip side, Noticed has boots with encourage, dominant ice, good defense, little bit of HP, silence robe, which magic defense, healing necklace, more regen, and magic resist. Again, with resists, but focusing more on HP recovery rather than HP stockpiling.
And right now, the Lord is going to be secured from the side of Fusion Prime. They did, Armageddon did think, they did consider trying to go for the engage, but nothing came out of it again. So
Uh-huh.
let's just see what they will do. The Lord marching down the mid side. The waves are trying to be synced, but it's going to be quite difficult with the comp both these teams are running. Only the carry has a good lane clear. Baksha will be trying his best to clear on the bot side, but it will be difficult. Hopefully, the target is to only let your outer turrets get siege down and hold on with your divine shield. But it's going to be tough, man. Ito trying to chip that lord down. The game has begun. The fight is on the way. Simon picks up the top turret. The bot turret is also going to be cleaned up with the minions. All the outer turrets have been exposed. It's just the inhibitors protecting Armageddon from the onslaught of Fusion Prime. But there is the setup. The Purify will be baited out. Crank gets popped down really low, loses a lot of HP. The Spear of Destruction connects, but there's no follow up just yet. Crank forced to recall, and with that, they have successfully defended their objectives.
But for how long, you ask? Drop down to their inhibitors, and with waves of minions still coming at them. For all you know, it might just take one more lord or one singular missed legend to spell doom for Armageddon. That being said, Fusion is not interested in flanking. They seem to be quite content grouping up, gearing up, and coming at them in devastating wave after wave.
So, is in your opinion? Oh wait, right before I speak, there's another play. Frederick gets pulled away from the buff, gets knocked down, and unstoppable picked up by the carry as Bakshia, diving into the heart of their formation, will still want to continue that fight, but they're gonna escape back to their inhibitors. Looks like these inhibitors might finally get sieged. They will try to go a big knockup coming in from the side of Kalia. They want to siege that turret down. The turret getting hit, but the minions will fall. But the turret is in a precarious position. Ito with a huge play on the Spear of Destruction will get caught up. Shut down coming in. Yves Saint Laurent will finally fall, not before he picks up that malefic gun. Ito will die along with. The scoreboard is now 1 for 2 in their favor. It's make it 2 for 2 as they get two shutdowns, and Armageddon is not out of this fight just yet. While the goal lead and scoreboard is in their favor of the side of Fusion Prime, Armageddon not out of the count just yet.
Armageddon, you're right, they're still in it, but they seem to be struggling. Middle inhibitor turned down on its last legs. However, Armageddon does seem to have thrashed Fusion in their last engagement. Maybe a change in strategy. Let's find out. With the next Lord being up, and a Fusion Prime immediately heading towards it. Armageddon is there to face the challenge. Let's see if they choose to interact with each other or the Lord. Fusion
And
triggered
Lord
the
does.
Lord. Armageddon comes right back at them, says, "Not this time."
And there is the Lord Dance. It is underway. The Fred trying to kite it over to his side. Kalia with the jump. CC doing in a lot of work. The damage is there. Florin with the beautiful kill, but it's not going to be enough. Who's going to get the retribution? It is Charlie from the side of Armageddon who keeps them alive just for a little longer. The trade is still 2 for 2, but it's AE who win out in this exchange as they get the Lord forthwith. And with that, the scoreboard, the goal lead, which was hitting upwards of 10k, is now brought down to just barely a meager 4,000. Ito on a hot streak gets down the CC, who bit off a little more than he could chew. The turrets are falling left and right, and it just looks like this might be the end. This might be game over unless Fusion Prime can do something about it. They're trying to siege and hold these minions as long as possible, dragging and buying time for their teammates to come back.
And by time they have. Frank and Wang are back in the battle. However, facing a Lord, let's see how that goes. Paul and the others not too far, waiting for an opportune moment to strike, but they decide this is not it. Both teams crystals at with absolutely no defenses. Whatever happens now, whichever Lord gets taken now, or whichever player is missed now, might just spell doom for either team. Frankly, I didn't expect it to come this close. What about you?
There is the pickup. The Foveus is the one who gets caught back, and that's a very wrong move coming in as Ito is going to be left free to wreak havoc in the backline. Luckily, the Spirit Destruction does not connect. Wang gets a kill onto the Foveus. The fight is still going on. Ito picks up a double kill, make it 3, gets taunted just in time, but the Purify is not going to be enough. Will it going to be a Maniac? Novaria is the one who steals it out. It is just Bakshia from Fusion Prime, and it looks like Armageddon will spell doom. This might just be the end. Bakshia is gonna try everything he has, but it's over. The space is exposed. The recalls are out, and with that, Armageddon will be our victor of this series.
A very hearty congratulations to Armageddon Esports, scoring 3-0 against Fusion Prime. I did not see this match turning out this way. At the start, Fusion Prime was going strong, taking buff after buff wherever possible, maintaining a steady goal lead. But all it took was one fight in the middle to secure a Lord, and all of that got turned on its head.
I mean, for real, man, it was. I think this was a tough game to swallow for the side of Fusion Prime. They were doing so well, but that's the issue with playing pick off comps like this. Because if you pick off the wrong person, you're gonna end up having a lot of issues. We saw that at minute 3 when the first turtle was up. Phobius was literally 1v4ing their whole team because they had not enough damage. And once again, in that last fight, Kalia brought back she brought back the Phobius on Vengeance instead of the Florin, instead of Ito on the Moscow, and that itself decided the game was over then and there.
Yeah, that was the deciding match, deciding battle, you could say. That being said, to all our viewers, we're glad you could make the time to be here. We hope you were entertained. Catch you next time in the next round of the semi-finals of India Moba Cup. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the matches.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here we come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the gank, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. The final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here we come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the gank, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up. Legends strike hard. Legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it round. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. The final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide, cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The base is shaking, here we come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mids under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes on your zone, we carry.
For the past. Oh my god, I have been speaking for the past fucking 5 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a noob streamer. And Kenji, you should have messaged me on the WhatsApp. My man, my man. Who else is on Discord? It's AR. AR, you could have messaged me on WhatsApp. Oh my god, you fucking idiot. Ah, what can I say about you? So by the way, guys, what I was saying was the giveaway. For the giveaway, what I'll do is I'll give it to the people who were the most active. So it would be Kenji who would be receiving one and one weekly pass. Okay. So Kenji, do drop me a message on WhatsApp. I'll gift one weekly to you. Okay. So that will be all for the giveaway today because I wanted to keep it short and I just wanted to reward someone who actually comes to, watch the full match and everything. Okay. More such things will be there. So I'm thinking of setting up a system for most, people who have the most viewing time on the stream. So they will be the one receiving the giveaways, etc. Okay. With that, good night, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Do like and subscribe the channel. Ciao.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
5 strong, we ride side by side, locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide, cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mid's under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Gensh, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up, legends strike hard, legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. It's the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when legends collide. Towers fall, but we're not done. The bass is shaking, here he come. A dance of death and pixel light. One last push, one final fight. Mid's under pressure, box holding strong. Top lanes of your zone, we carry on. Ults online, shadows crawl. Call the Gensh, we'll take 'em all. Echo and chant, legends rise up, legends strike hard, legends never fall. We own this battleground. When legends collide, the fire ignites. No turning back, we burn through the night. Unleash your power, let it ride. This is our world, electrified. We conquered the map with skill and pride. It's the final blow, no need to hide. We came for glory, side by side. This is the moment when legends collide.
Like fairy tales? Who deserves to live happily ever after?
Five strong, we ride side by side. Locked and loaded, no place to hide. From jungle deep to the final lane, we bring the storm, we bring the flame. We hear the call, the time is now. Push through the clash, we won't back down. Every skill shot, every stride, we fight as one, unified. When legends collide, the fire ignites. We light up the map like stars in the night. With every move, we shift the tide. This is our yard, our battle cry. In the heart of the fight, we rise, we thrive. No fear, no doubt, we're born to survive. Together we stand, no need to hide. Cause this is the moment when